Hello and welcome to another presentation from TinnitusEarNoise.com. In this presentation we're going to look at just where some of the sounds that tinnitus sufferers actually come from, as we discover the source of the sounds that we don't normally hear. Now, one kind of tinnitus is called objective tinnitus, which simply means that the noises in your head can be verified by an outside viewer, although you might be surprised to find out where some of these sounds are coming from. Many individuals who suffer with objective tinnitus are told that the processes going on within the body aren't silent ones. Not only are they not silent, but those are the things that many tinnitus sufferers are actually hearing, i.e. the sounds of their body. Now, initially this might seem like a description from something like a low-grade science fiction movie, but let's have a look at one of those sounds that we all know and love, and that of course is our heartbeat. Now, every time you visit your doctor, he listens for your heart with his trusty stethoscope. Your heart beats, making your blood whoosh through the arteries. But that's not the only sound that we've heard. Most of us have heard our stomachs growl from time to time, if I can put it like that politely, and there can't be many of us who haven't heard our joints creak. Well, you get the idea, I'm sure. Now, if you really gave it some thought, the body is far from silent. But let's face it, most of us, unless we have an instrument which amplifies sounds, just don't hear any of this. Why is that, you might ask? Well, for one thing, many of these sounds are in areas where it's very difficult to hear them. You might say that these noises come from the parts of the body that are, well, politely put, well insulated, and the activities going on within them are surrounded by muscles and other tissues which effectively capture and contain the vibrations that cause the sound in the first place. Now, there are several other reasons why you don't hear these noises, and that's because your brain has the marvelous ability simply to tune them out. Your brain makes in effect a judgment call, and it decides to see which sounds are relevant and which sounds are irrelevant. It then makes the decision to filter out all of the irrelevant sounds. So to you and I, it's like those sounds never existed at all. The brain makes other decisions too. It decides to ignore sounds that are produced with incessant regularity, such as the beating of your heart, as we spoke of earlier. And then of course there's breathing, and then of course there's swallowing as well. Imagine what life would be like if it didn't do that. You'd be listening to these type of sounds day in and day out. Also, imagine not being able to sleep because your heart was beating too loud, or maybe if that 5-course birthday meal decided to hang around for a bit longer, playing you a nice tune. Now we know that, well, we are in fact noisy creatures, and in the next presentation we're going to have a look at why these noises could be the source of tinnitus or ear noise. So look out for that next presentation, because we also need to look at why it's important that we do something about it if we're hearing our bodily noises. Well, that's it for this presentation. Hope you've enjoyed it. Look out for the next one from TinnitusEarNoise.com.